Waking up with us, we want to say good morning, and maybe you are waking up a little bit sleepy because those storms were so loud last night. Emma, I know so many of our friends are waking up to clean up and debris in your front yard.
That's right. I mean, we've seen so much of reports of power lines down, trees down, just from those strong winds. We were seeing upwards of 80, and I'm sure some isolated higher amounts. This continued to track late last night from the west, pushing into the east, and then continuing to weaken before it did end up producing 2 tornado warnings there just to our far eastern counties. So it was definitely a very busy night ahead. We're thankfully not tracking anything severe at this time, but we are still dealing with some areas of heavy rain. So flooding is going to remain a concern in our slowly going to be her southern counties. As Tulsa, we're drying out, but we are still seeing all of this from central Oklahoma, continuing along I-40 now just south of Henrietta. Nothing severe, but we could see some winds upwards of 50 miles per hour, some pea-sized hail, and some heavy downpours. We've seen quite a bit of that moving very slowly, so some flash flood warnings have been happening in central Oklahoma due to that. As you can see, Wade's RV Weather Camera Network, we are dry. We're left with some of that cloud coverage moving on in. I am anticipating some peaks of sunshine, so it's not going to be as gloomy as where we stood yesterday, which is that thick cloud coverage. But your temperatures are looking in the 60s with temperatures this afternoon mainly in the mid to lower 80s, and then a little bit of some rain-cooled air just towards the east there into Arkansas as well. It's going to be just a couple of degrees below our average, but we are still on track for additional storms. This is going to come with a weak cold front, very, very weak as it starts to move in. This is going to be late this morning into mainly your afternoon hours. We'll start to watch for additional storms, some of which could be strong to severe. And then that's just going to continue as it slowly pushes further towards the south. We'll continue to track additional storms even closer to this evening. Here's about 6 o'clock, still trying to show in something closer to about 7 for our far southern counties. Once this cold front moves in, though, we're going to be calm, drying out. It's really just the folks ahead of that cold front that do have that chance for additional storms. And then once this moves in, we're going to be seeing a high pressure system. And we've talked about it. When we see a high pressure system, that means we're dry. We're going to see some sunshine and some quiet weather. So flood watch is in place still until 1 p.m. just due to that rain that we're seeing now and can see later on this afternoon. Still with that slight risk, especially from Tulsa to the south with a 60 to 70 mile per hour wind, some pockets of hail, and also some limited tornado threat. So we'll be monitoring this very closely for you as we go into the next couple of hours. So going into tomorrow, we could wake up to some areas of fog, very calm winds and temperatures at about 90, and then a nice stretch of some dry weather. Summer solstice starts Friday night into your Saturday. The weekend is looking toasty, temperatures in the lower 90s with those gusty winds and